Hi friends, how are you all? Today I'm going to talk about a very important card in tarot. Yes friends, among the tarot cards, the High Priestess is a very important card. Yes friends, the High Priestess. This is the front camera, so it's written like that. You can see it like that, but actually it's the High Priestess. Now friends, what does this card signify? Today we'll discuss all that, and this is a very important card. Do subscribe to this channel and share this video. Friends, this card is actually the card of intuition, emotions, mystery, secrecy, hidden talents. This card, the High Priestess, is actually a card in tarot that is ruled by the moon. Yes friends, it's ruled by the moon, and so it is a water element card. Yes friends, it is a water element card. All right. Now friends, whatever water we find, whatever element of water is there in all the remaining cards of the tarot. So this card, the card of the High Priestess, is said to be the source of all water. Yes friends, it is the source of all water. So the water element is the most powerful in this card. It is ruled by the moon. All right. Now friends, this card, first, in order to decipher the signification of the card, the meaning of the card, we need to look at the imagery. Yes friends, you can see that, the High Priestess, she's seated. Yes, in the center, obviously. So she's the priestess. This is the image of the priestess. Yes, a priestess is also somebody who is a symbol of purity. Yes. Now friends, she is wearing blue robes. The blue color, it also signifies the water element. Yes, she's wearing blue robes. There is a crown on her head. Yes friends, the crown, in the middle of the crown there is a globe. Yes, we know that the globe or the whole world is 3/4 water and only 1/4 land. So water is, water element is so very powerful. So it's so pervasive. So that's why the globe is on her head. That means the whole world is kind of like 3/4 of the entire globe is full of water. So she stands for the water element, and she is also, she has firmly kept her hand on her lap. So that can also show that she is actually going inwards, and she is kind of the epitome or embodiment of intuition. When you are actually using your sense of intuition and you are trying to intuitively connect with your inner self, then you will not actually be engaged in any sort of action. Yes friends, so that is why this card can also show a sort of passivity. Passivity means physical passivity, not mental, emotional or psychological or spiritual. Physical passivity, but otherwise emotionally very active, supercharged, that is going deep within yourself. So it is the card of intuition. Yes, self-analysis also perhaps, and realizing even your hidden potential, because this card can also show hidden talents. All right, now friends, there are three cards in the tarot that are so important and archetypal. Actually, all the remaining cards of the tarot, they are versions of these three cards. What are those three cards? Those three cards are the Fool, the Magician, and the High Priestess. Yes friends, so all the other cards, they are versions of these three cards. So these three cards, they constitute the three main characters of the tarot. Yes friends, so the Fool, it stands for actually the superconscious mind. The superconscious mind, or you can say the spirit, the superconscious mind of the spirit. Yes, of the spirit that is all pervasive, and that signifies infinite possibilities. Yes, so that is the Fool, the superconscious mind. And then mind of the spirit. And the magician stands for the conscious mind of the self. Yes, the conscious mind that we use in our everyday life. Yes, in our day-to-day dealings with people, we use our conscious mind. So that is represented by the magician. Yes, whatever potential we have, how we are, tapping that potential, how we are using that potential to get the desired results. So that is the magician. Yes, so that is the conscious self, the conscious mind. And this is the subconscious mind. The high priestess is the subconscious mind. Yes, friends, the subconscious mind. That means that is, the subconscious mind is not within our control. You can say it is the state of dreams, you can say. Yes, the state of dreams, or whatever goes on, at the subconscious level of the mind. That is represented by the high priestess. Yes, so it has a lot of feminine energy. Traditionally, it is believed to carry a lot of feminine energy because it is connected with intuition. It is connected with the subconscious. The subconscious, certain suppressed desires, maybe certain hidden fears, our dreams and everything. Yes, all that belong to the realm of the subconscious. Yes, so which is in between. The subconscious is in between, it's in between consciousness and unconsciousness. That state is called the state of the subconscious. So this card, it stands for the intuitive mind, the subconscious mind. Yes, friends. Now, this card, the high priestess, is actually the female aspect of God. Yes, she can also stand for, the female aspect of God. Like God, even in Hebrew culture, it was believed that in the Kabbalistic tradition also, that God has both masculine and feminine energies. So she is the embodiment of the feminine energy of the power that we call God, or that supreme power that controls the whole universe and even beyond. So she is that feminine energy, the manifestation of that feminine energy, the high priestess. So the white crown on her forehead, yes, on her head, that she's wearing, the white crown, that the white color is also the symbol of purity. Yes, friends. And you can see that like there is a lunar crescent. There is a lunar crescent at her feet. Yes, lunar crescent. That is a crescent of the moon, because this is a card, which is ruled by moon. Okay, so that lunar crescent is at her feet, and you can see that she is sitting in between two pillars. Yes, they seem to be like two pillars. In certain books, it's also written that actually she was sitting in between two trees. Okay, but here we can see that they seem to be like pillars. Yes, you can see, friends, one pillar is black in color. Yes, that pillar is the pillar of negation and negativity. Yes, and the other pillar is white in color. That pillar is the pillar of positivity. Yes, so one pillar is the pillar of negative energy, that is holding yourself back, withdrawing yourself from something. When you say, no, I can't do this, and no, I will not move ahead. When you are hesitant, when you are gripped by fear, all negativity, that is, symbolized by the black pillar of negation. And the white pillar of positivity, it symbolizes all positive energy. That is, when you say, yes, I will, I can do it, I will do it, I have the potential and I can do it. When you know in your heart of hearts that yes, I can do it, and you listen to your inner voice, and you're able to connect with your higher self, inner self. So that is the white pillar of positivity. Yes, it is the pillar of affirmation, you can say. Black pillar, pillar of negation and negativity. White pillar, pillar of affirmation and positivity. So she's sitting in between that. That means she's sitting, you can say, in a way, she's sitting in between black and white, in between evil and good, or good and evil. She's sitting in between that. That means she is now going to bring about the reconciliation of opposites. Yes, that is why you can also see that there is a cross. Yes, she's wearing a cross. That we can see the cross across her chest. Yes, friends. So that cross also, it is actually it symbolizes the union between the vertical plane and the horizontal plane. Yes, the horizontal plane is the plane of the earth, the physical world, and the vertical plane is actually the spiritual plane. Yes, so that cross symbolizes a manifestation, symbolizes a union of the spiritual and the physical worlds also. Yes, and that center, the point at which the physical and the spiritual and the physical worlds meet, that is the point of intersection. Yes, in the cross. So that point of intersection is something which she represents, because she is sitting in between the two binary opposites, the two polar opposites. Yes, she's sitting in between black and white, in between white and black, good and evil. So she is actually someone who's now going to make peace, and she is somebody who stands for the reconciliation between opposites, between forces of good and evil. So that's what she represents, that reconciliation. Yes, and finally, attaining a state of peace. So that's what she represents, attaining a state of mental peace after the reconciliation is done between good and evil. And then you finally, listen to your inner voice, and you should actually listen to your, voice of conscience, and then finally you attain mental peace. So that's what she represents. So friends, this is the card of intuition. This is a card of, you can say, inner secrets, even hidden secrets. This is the card of, you can say, going deep within. This is a card which shows, a sort of a travel within yourself. That is introspection, going deep within yourself, connecting with your inner self, your higher self, your spiritual self, the voice of your conscience, listening to the voice of your conscience and following your intuition. This card also shows that that you need to follow your intuition. Yes. Now suppose you are doing a reading for a male querent, that is a male person. You're doing a reading for that person, and if this card comes up, it can also show that he is maybe attracted to some woman of, especially if this comes up in a love reading, in a reading regarding his love life, it can also show that he's attracted to a woman of great intuition. It can show that. And if this card comes up in the case of a female querent or a female person, so if this card comes up in her reading, then it can also show that the native is actually highly intuitive. The native is in control of her emotions also. It can also show that. You see how firmly and confidently she's sitting. So the native is in control of her emotions. Yes, and she's intuitive. She's mentally strong. This card can also show mental strength. Yes, so the ability to attain mental peace and reconciliation. Yes, inner reconciliation. So that's what this card shows. Now if this card is upright, it can show all that. It can show mystery, hidden talents, intuition, psychic abilities. It can show how you are actually you are actually, moved by certain emotions. It can show all that. Positive emotions also, if it is upright. But if this card is reversed in the readings, whether it is a reading of your love life, whether it's a reading of your career or health, or your finance or family life, if it is reversed, then it can also show that somewhere the energy, yes, the energy of connecting with your inner self, that energy is somewhere blocked. If it is reversed, it can show that you're unable to connect with your inner voice, with the voice of your conscience. It can show that. And friends, this card, the number of this card is number 2. So number 2 actually, is the number of duality. It represents or it stands for dualism. So this card also stands for a sort of duality. Now, number 2 can also stand for relationship. So this card can also symbolize, a positive emotional bond or relationship between two people, because this is, number 2. And emotionally, when you're able to connect with someone, yes, so that healthy relationship. So intuitively you want to connect with someone, because this is number 2. Number 1 is the card. If the card has the number 1, it represents the self, the ego, yes. But if it has number 2, it can show any kind of relationship, yes. And if it is upright in a reading, it can also show that you're moving towards a positive, healthy relationship, because you're listening to your, to the voice of your conscience, and you're moving ahead towards, towards establishing a sort of, towards establishing some positive or healthy relationship with someone. It can also show that, because number 2. And duality is at the very root of existence. Without duality, no life would have existed, because we have polar opposites, and opposites always attract each other. The male and the female, yes, they attract each other, they come together, and there is procreation, and then this is how the world goes on, and this is how the world has come into existence. So without duality, without binary opposites, perhaps this world would not have existed. Yes, friends. So that's what, friends. So this card, and it will show if it is upright. Now, if it is reversed, it can also show that you're in a state of doubt. You are not able to make proper decision. Maybe you're in a state of dilemma regarding some relationship, regarding your own emotions. You do not know how to respond to certain emotion, yes. So you may be in a state of doubt or dilemma, because somehow that energy, that energy of being able to, or that that energy of intuition, actually the energy, the positive energy that you derive from real intuition, somehow that energy is blocked. So you're not able to connect with your inner self, with your real self, and so you may not be able to make a proper decision, and so you will definitely need to reconsider and rethink the choice that you have made. So if it is reversed, it can also show that some information has been withheld, or it can show that some information you do not have access to some information. Somebody has somebody is not allowing you to have access to some information has been withheld. It can also show that, and you are not aware of the reality. So if it is reversed, it can show even that, and you're not able to connect with your inner self also. So you need help. That is, you need to meditate. You need to be calm, and you need to make a proper choice. If this card is reversed, you need to seek proper guidance, maybe from a tarot card reader. That is definitely in a reading if it is reversed. So you have gone to seek guidance. So you need to actually connect with your inner self, and then stay calm and then make a choice. You have to be very careful about that if it is reversed. Yes, friends, because intuition is our strength. Yes, and we need to connect with that energy. We need to actually connect with our inner self, with the voice of conscience. Yes, you need to be charitable. Friends, this card is ruled by Moon. Moon is the planet of care, nurture, because Moon represents the mother. So if this card comes up in a reading, that also means that you need to let go of, certain negative emotions. You need to, because water is flowing. So let go of all negativity. Let all negativity go away. Yes, learn to forgive people. Learn to be kind to your near and dear ones, and also to all those people who need you in society, maybe the downtrodden. So be like a mother to them, be like a guardian angel to them, be like a guide to them, be like a savior also maybe to them. So you need to be kind, because this is the card ruled by Moon. You need to be kind, you need to be caring towards other people. That is also the indication. Yes, and you also need to be creative. Connect with your inner self and, try to be creative and original. That also. If you are suppressing your creativity, yes, if it is reversed, it can mean that you are suppressing your sense of creativity. So you should not suppress your sense of creativity. If it is upright, that means you are using your creativity, yes, in a certain way. You are using your creativity maybe along the right direction, or you're able to use your creativity positively for your growth and development, and also for the well-being of others, all others around you. So friends, that's my reading of this card, the High Priestess. It is a beautiful card, and it is also a positive card. When you do a yes-no reading, for example, you want the answer to a certain question, you want to know whether it's a yes or a no, then this is a positive card. If this card comes up, then it means yes, because it is a card of positivity. So friends, that's all for today. Hope you liked today's session on tarot card. And this card, the High Priestess, it is a beautiful card, friends. It's a card which symbolizes intuition and secrecy, and it also symbolizes your inner strength. And I hope you liked today's session. In some other session, in the forthcoming sessions, I will discuss some other important topic, yes, related to tarot card reading, or maybe related to astrology. So friends, till then, take care. See you again next time. Bye.